you 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 run
This meeting
you
is
you
being
run
recorded.
you run the risk of like losing like whatever you put in, right? So what I mean by that is if you're doing a leverage trade, right, and you're starting with $100, if you don't know how to trade or if you don't know what you're doing, then you have like a high probability of losing that $100 almost like that. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I don't like to use a lot of money when I'm like trading, unless I know for sure that my projection and all my levels of confluence and all my analysis is pretty spot on, where it's like over like 80%. So if I'm getting like 75, 80% confluence or like me going that direction, I'm just going to run with the trade and I'll increase like my bag position, right? But the way like the leverage trade works, right, is you can start with $500. Okay, so you can put in $500 into an account, and this is basically what I do. So like those snapshots, those are all leverage trades, right? And what you do is you put $500 into the account, and then you'll have the option to pick which type of leverage you actually want to use, right? So let's say you have 500 and you want to use a 3x leverage. Basically, that $500 is going to be now worth 500 times 3. So now instead of you trading with $500, now you're trading with $1,500, right? So normally I try to keep it around like 5-10x leverage. I'm very conservative. If I see like a trade where, like I was telling you, like on Doge, like this is live right now, right? So this is Doge. I've been shorting this all week. Like I knew this was going to come down because I had all these 5 levels of confluence supporting like this lower zone, right? And we talked about this the other day. And then lo and behold, what did Doge do? It came right down to like my measured moves, right? And it waked up and now it's based up. So you remember we were talking about it and I was like, yeah, it's still going to come down. I'm expecting more downside, right? And so that this was the move that played out. They faked it down, kept it in the zone, retraced it all the way back up, made people think that it was about to pump, right? Just like we talked about. And then what they do out of nowhere, they just dumped on your face. They just dumped on everybody's face. And then what do I teach, right? What's like my main thing I say? After price hits your measured move, now's the time to go long, right? So they've been messing with this candle, with these candles, snapping it down, right off of the bottom or close to the bottom of this zone. But if you look at my measured move and you look at where price is, it's still in that vicinity, right? It's still like right up in there, right? So I this is where I go long. So basically, I get 2 trades in one, and then then my day's done, you know. And so I'm not always going to be right? No one's ever right. If anybody says they're always right, they're blowing smoke. But what I do is I set my stop. So I have a stop set right now, a stop loss, right? So my stop loss is set right here. So the way the stop loss works is price can do whatever it wants all up in here, and it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to me. I'm still in the trade. The moment that if this candle decides to drop and drop right here, it'll stop me out the trade so I don't lose all my money, right?
You'll sell automatically, right?
Is that it automatically just sell for me. Sometimes you'll get gapped out and it'll just miss it and it'll just keep going. That sucks. That's a mother, you don't even know, but most of the time it'll hit your stop, right? And then you'll just get out. So what I always do when I'm setting my stop is I'm definitely setting my stop like away from the zone, right? So then that way I know if price is going to come, it's going to come and maybe mess around here, tap right here, but it's not going to break this last level that price went to, right? And if it does, most likely it's going to come up, right? So I'm just going to hold this long, right? Right now I'm in at 20x. I'm down 5%, but I'm just going to hold this. And then what I'm waiting for is I'm waiting for like the mean reversion, right? So what did I say the other day? The fast move is the
Yeah,
false
when it
move,
goes
right?
down fast, it'll go up fast.
Is that exactly right? The faster it goes down, the fastest it's going to go up. And basically what they're doing right now they're running the fakie. They're running the fakie. They like you can see them like snapping price. It's not going anywhere. It looks like it's going down, but at the end of the day, if I add in another supply and demand zone, give me 1 second. All right, right here. There it is. And I'm gonna teach you this. I'm gonna teach you this too. But it's always better when it's live, because then you can project and then you know. All right, so reversion from the mean, right? So the mean is the median average, right? So these lines right here,
Okay.
and I'm gonna have you add this to Trading View. You see if you can add them now. Actually, open up if your Trading View's open, go to indicators.
1 second.
Yeah.
Okay, indicators. Here, let me
Yeah.
see you do it on your page first,
Yeah,
and then
yeah, absolutely. So go right here, and this is actually better if I do it like this. Oh, just kidding. That's not gonna work. All right. So indicators, and then just type in EMAs,
Okay.
and it's gonna be this. This is the one I use, the 20, 50, 100, 200,
Okay.
and
Here,
then
let me
and
do
then
that
just
real quick.
and then click that.
All right.
And once you click it, you should see the 4 different levels pull up on your chart.
Okay. All right, so I clicked on the 20, 50, 100, 200. That's it.
Yep, that's it. Did you see? Does it show on your Trading View now?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure here. What is this here? Show me what it's supposed to show me. Let me make sure it's
It's these right here. These the
the
red.
candles.
Yeah, no, the lines.
Oh, those
These these lines right here. These are
yeah, the
moving
green
averages.
one and yeah, I see those.
You got those on your chart now?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, perfect. So these are the EMAs,
Okay,
exponential moving averages. Basically, they're gonna track the flow of price on the average daily of the EMA. So this is the 200 EMA, right? The blue line.
okay,
And it may be different on your actual Trading View depending upon like how your color setup is, but the top line is the 200 day. Okay, this line right here, the turquoise line, is the 100 day. Okay, the orange line is the 50 day, and the red line is the 20 day. So those are your moving averages. So you always want to keep an eye on these, because the moving averages, they're going to dictate and tell you where price is going and what price is going to do, right? So you can see right here, for example, I'm just going to scroll back in the chart. All right, so you see the EMAs, right? You see the 20 day, the 50 day, the 100, the 200 day, right? So these are the moving averages, and you see how they're going up. You see how they're shooting up.
yes.
So anywhere. So imagine that this was a clock, right? Anywhere between 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, maybe like 3 o'clock, right? That's going to be suggesting that price is moving higher. So when you see the EMAs and you see them shooting up, you always want to make sure that they're looking, if you're looking at a clock, that they're between 1 and 3 o'clock. Because if you see the EMAs moving up between 1 and 3 o'clock, you know price is following likewise. You know price is moving higher, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And then the moment that the EMAs drop between 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, what does price do? What do you notice? The moment that the EMAs start to turn down, what is the price
Starts
candle?
dropping.
It starts dropping, right? So
yeah.
So once I saw this up here, right, on Wednesday. Well, once I saw this yesterday, I saw the EMA start to turn. I was like, all right, it's going to come down, right? And then I looked for other forms of confluence to support that idea, and you can see the EMAs are turning down, prices turning all the way down. So the only time that So what you can do is there you can go to a different time frame, and what the other time frame is going to do is it's going to tell you where price is in relationship to that EMA, right? So on the 1 hour, I'm always, every move that I do or anything that I'm looking at, it's always going to be based off of the 50-day moving average, right? So if I go to the
Okay.
1 hour and I see that price, like let's imagine that this is price right here, and I see prices below the 50-day moving average, then I know that sooner or later it's going to have to come back and touch the 50, right? No matter where it is, no matter where price is at any point in time, it's always going to come back sooner or later and test and touch that 50, that orange line, that moving day average, right?
Okay, so literally has those candles literally have to touch the 50-day line.
Exactly. They literally have to touch that orange line, boom. And then they're gonna make a move. So when you're dealing with like reversion away from the mean, basically what you're doing is give me 1 second. Okay, cool. So when you're dealing with reversion away from the mean, basically what you're doing is you're looking for price to do exactly what Doge just did. You're looking for a market manipulation where they're just out of nowhere, prices going up, and then they just dump on your face, right? Because once you see the reversion away from the median average, from that 50-day moving average start to take place, you know that price only has one place to go, right? What goes down must come up, right?
Right.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
Thank you. Appreciate you. So I was nervous when we first jumped in on this live trade, right? I was like, yeah, bro, like I don't know. I'm nervous, but like I'm just going to play the probability, right? So you're never always going to be right. You're going to take L's, you're going to lose money. If you're smart, you're going to learn from your past mistakes, but basically you're just going to have to run and like use the probabilities, right? So like my probabilities tell me when my measure move hits that I'm a gangster and hit it. It's going where I thought it was going to go. The math played out. So now I'm going to trust the math because I've already trusted it, and I'm going to go long, right? So you can see live, right? I was, when we first started talking, I think I told you I was down 5%, right? Like I was down like $6, whatever. I don't know, whatever. I
Yeah.
was down 5%. Now I'm up 16%.
Okay.
Right, so just like that, and you can see it in the candles, right? So the candles was down here, it was red. Now it's starting to pump. So whenever I'm in this move, I know that, okay, unless this is a fake out, so I'm still going to be obviously watching the charts, but unless this is the fake out, what I'm hoping for and what I'm expecting is for what's actually transpiring right now. I'm hoping for them to just run it back, because eventually, like I said earlier, with reversion away from the mean, they're going to run it right back to that 50-day moving average. It may not happen right away. Price may like jerk around in here, come up and down, but inevitably it's going to come back and it's going to hit that 50. So you see the 50-day moving average, you see the EMAs falling, right?
Yeah.
And you see price coming to converge. They're coming together like boom, right? So that's what's going to happen. So basically from this move, let's do the math. And I love the live, bro. Like I feel like nobody out there is like, people are like talking, but nobody's showing. Like I'm showing, bro. I'm showing how we get this money. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, and
So,
actually, bro, what's funny? Everything that we're going over, most of it is actually sticking with me. You know what I mean? Maybe it's because we're actually doing it live. We're doing it one-on-one. Like it's good, bro. It's good.
I
You're good.
appreciate it, bro. Hey,
You're a
that's
good
why we
teacher,
out here.
man.
That's why I'm out here, bro. Hey, like my boy says, I like
Yeah, bro.
follow, though. Like you got to play it forward, bro, and teach what you. I mean, I love what I do. I'm doing this shit every day, right? But
Yeah.
you got to play it forward, man. And like everybody's trying to get you, man. So like let us win for a change. Like give us this. Let us get this money for a change.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
dude.
saying? So
Yeah.
all right. So give me 1 second. That's actually going to be give me 1 second, bro. 1 second.